have you lost a lot of weight in the past month or so? Like, have you lost around 13 pounds in the last 2 months, or, you know, 13 pounds, 6 kilos, a stone? Um, yeah, so those are basically questions you just gotta sit down and ask yourself. And if you have a suspicion that you do have an eating disorder, I can't stress how important it is that you just go to a doctor and let them help you, because eating disorders are seriously dangerous. They could kill you. That's all I can say about it. They can just kill you. Um, you get a lot of symptoms like being obsessed about nutritional information, like the devil of calories. I hate it. I remember how beautiful my life was without calories, and fat grams, and just how much sugar there is in everything. And you just basically you go to a store and you look at foods, and the first thing your eyes fall on is not, you know, the deliciousness of the food or something like that. No, it would just go directly to how many calories there is in a serving. And this is something, when you have an eating disorder, anorexia especially, you start lying about whether you've eaten or not, or you start pretending to eat in front of people, or you only eat in front of people, like checking whether there is someone or not. How it was with me was basically every time my mum called when she was at work or something, I would just say I ate that and that, and really I would have just skipped. Um, it is a really annoying thing. Like, it is one of the main symptoms, I would say, that you lie about what you eat or whether you've eaten or not, or just sit down at the dinner table and, you know, pick of some foods. Like, you don't necessarily put things on your plate, or you put one little tiniest portion in the world on your plate and pretend that you're eating because you eat really slowly. Um, and what was with me as well as one of my main symptoms, I think that was actually my biggest symptoms, was that I was really, really obsessed with baking. I was really obsessed with it. I would sit down and watch food channels on YouTube all day, and I would make my family cakes and cakes, biscuits, scones, things like that. I would just try to, I don't know, I would just feed them basically. I would just shove all the food I've made and just shove it down their throats, because I didn't allow myself to eat those things, so I made it for them. So when they're eating, it's it was kind of as if I was eating, but I wasn't. So, but then I kind of stopped as well, because I started realizing that I lick the spoon too much when I make cakes. And then I thought, oh gosh, no, I'm going to be obese when I make too much cakes, because then I will eat everything that I'm making before it's even in the cake tin or something. So I stopped making cakes as well. So yeah, that is poo. Um, and you start setting yourself certain rules, like you can't eat before 7 o'clock, or you can't eat after 5 o'clock, or something like that, or you can't eat at certain times. Or with me, it became kind of obsessive. I didn't allow myself to eat off a plate anymore. I had to have a bowl all the time. It was just so annoying, and you always kind of give yourself rules like how much water you have to drink in a day. Um, Talking about that, many people say um, that they drink around 2 to 3 liters a day if they're in starvation mode or something. With me, I actually got really dehydrated because I didn't drink at all. I would probably only drink a can of Diet Coke a day, or a cup of tea for my breakfast or something like that, because at the end I kind of got a fear that too much water will make me gain weight. So really, at the end for me, it was more about amount of food and calories rather than just calories. So yeah, that was kind of, it basically nearly drove me to my death, really, because my dehydration was really bad. I would wake up every morning dying of thirst, literally. So yeah, um, another symptom is that you start becoming harsh to yourself. You start just disliking yourself in general. You will hate everything about yourself. Like, you would feel that you don't, like, for example, if your friend or parent bought you something, you will feel like you didn't deserve it, that they shouldn't have bought it for you, or something like that, or that they shouldn't treat you right because you don't deserve it. Which is all wrong. Like, all these ideas in your head, they're just wrong. Um, yeah, so basically you just start hating yourself. Self-hatred. Um, you also kind of, there will be a phase where you're in denial that you have an eating disorder. Like, you would just say, oh, my BMI isn't low enough, so I'm actually not anorexic. Or I don't have an eating disorder because I don't starve myself. I eat 200 calories a day. Jeez, I'm not starving myself. That's basically, sorry. That's basically denial. Just the whole denial process of you having an eating disorder when you really have one, because anorexia and just eating disorders in general is just a voice in your head. It tells you what to do. It tells you how much you should eat. It tells you whether you're worthy enough or not, which it would, like, ED will always tell you you're worthless. There is no other option. It will always tell you that you're worthless. Um, so yeah, that's a depressing fact. Um, there are lots that have the, I would say this is mainly EDNOS really, that purge. Um, well, it depends really what you're diagnosed with. Like, there are people who are anorexic restrictive subtype, and there are people who are binge purge subtype, etc. So yeah, that's one. Um, there are some who also abuse laxatives. So you know, you know what you do when you have laxatives. So, yeah. So this also causes a lot of damage in your body. It's just purging. That's just, it damages your teeth severely. Um, Laxatives, you know what that damages. Um, you also get really bad social issues. Like, you stop, like, this is how much your eating disorder becomes dominant of your entire life. You just stop going out with friends, you stop talking to friends, you feel like everybody hates you basically, because the voice in your head tells you that you're worthless, so you think everybody else thinks that you're worthless. So jeez, that's a depressing video. Oh my god, I am so sorry about it. And I'm sorry about my hair. It is so terrible. Oh my god. Anyway, um, I can talk on and on about this really, about what anorexia is and what symptoms you get. But yeah, mainly this is just that voice in your head that tells you what to do. And yeah, it is not hope, like, it is not hopeless. You can recover. I'm in a recovery process. It is working. I mean, it is really slow, it's hard, but it does work, because after all, life is just worth it. And you don't want to be that girl that succeeds in your eating disorder, because that would basically mean that you're dead, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, so I'm sorry for my very first awkward video because I'm just not used to talking to a camera at all. And yeah, I will make more videos about it. I actually kind of planned videos, etc. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it, and maybe some ideas of videos I should make. And yeah, so I'll see ya. Bye.